Interesting facts about armadillos. The main feature of armadillos is their shell. Special shields cover the body of the animal from above and from the side. The mobility of the shell is given by an elastic fabric that binds all the shields together. Armadillos can swim, dive, and even cross narrow water bodies along the bottom. Depending on the species, the number of armadillo teeth can vary from 8 to 100. But no matter how many there are, they are all devoid of roots and enamel, have the same cylindrical shape and grow all their lives. Despite the fact that armadillos are born sighted, they see poorly and almost do not distinguish colors, but they have an excellent sense of smell and easily find prey at a depth of up to 20 centimeters. The armadillo is the only modern animal whose body is covered with a shell of horny scutes. Armadillo's shell is not solid, it protects the animal only from above. The underside of the body is covered with soft skin, which makes the belly of the armadillo vulnerable. In case of danger, the behavior of armadillos depends on their species. For example, three-belt roll up into a ball and turn into a ball, completely covering all weak spots with armor. Others, in particular the nine-belted ones, sharply straightening their forepaws, soar vertically upwards, thereby trying to first frighten a potential enemy, and then suddenly fall on him. Sensing danger, other types of armadillos can quickly burrow into the ground or jump into any nearest shelter, burrow or hollow, and jam with the edges of the shell and paws, so that it is almost impossible to pull it out of there. The claws on the forelimbs of armadillos are considered one of the longest animals in the world. It is they who help these diggers not only dig holes, but also excavate the ground with lightning speed and burrow into the soil. Moreover, powerful claws allow the animal to tear up a shelter not only in the ground, but also in a layer of pebbles. Animals lead a terrestrial nocturnal lifestyle. Most often they are loners, although sometimes there are pairs and even small groups. The armadillo's long snout, sticky tongue and sharp claws are specifically designed to find worms and underground insects. Therefore, they feed mainly on insects, termites, ants, worms, as well as their larvae, but they do not disdain carrion. They can eat small vertebrates and plant foods. These are the only animals that themselves choose the right time for the birth of cubs. In stressful situations, the female armadillo is able to delay childbirth for up to 2 years. All types of armadillos are distinguished by a squat physique. Body length can vary from 12 centimeters to 1 meter, and weight, from 90 grams to 60 kilograms. Life expectancy in the wild is up to 10 years. Despite being extremely difficult to tame, armadillos are sometimes kept as pets. Armadillos always give birth to cubs of only one sex. Newborn cubs of armadillos do not have a shell, their bodies are covered with soft skin. These animals do not distinguish colors, they see everything in black and white spectrum. Armadillos sleep an average of 18.5 hours a day. Armadillos cannot swim, but due to their high body density they can walk underwater along the bottom. In total, the female usually gives birth to 1 to 12 cubs at a time. Armadillos have a low need for oxygen, and they can hold their breath for up to 5 to 6 minutes, conserving air in their trachea and bronchi. After death, the genitals of the armadillo remain active for some time. When an armadillo gets scared, it curls up like a hedgehog. Armadillos are usually not afraid of people, and in search of food they often climb into houses. The armadillo is depicted on the coat of arms of Grenada. As warm-blooded mammals, armadillos, however, have a body temperature of only about 32 degrees Celsius. Because of this, they cannot survive in areas with low temperatures. They are also among the few mammals that lay eggs. The smallest armadillo is frilled, often does not exceed 15 centimeters in length. Sometimes armadillos are confused with pangolins. But pangolins, or lizards, are a separate detachment of placental mammals. The shell of these animals is a bone that grows directly from their vertebrae. Armadillos roll up into a ball. The head, upper legs and tail are usually also protected by armor. Therefore, the most vulnerable part of armadillos is the lower part of the body, which has only bristly hairline. These animals live in tropical forests, grasslands and even in semi-arid places. Armadillos are head-tailed. This species has medium dimensions, body length is about 35 to 80 centimeters, body weight is 36 to 40 kilograms. A distinctive characteristic of this species is the tail of the animal. It is not protected by bone growths. These animals have a wide muzzle with straight ears. There are 5 fingers on each limb, and the middle one is much larger than the rest. Their body is covered with 9 to 13 movable plates. The color is dark, almost black. The lifespan of this armadillo species in its natural habitat is 11 years, the survival rate in captivity is very low. 9-banded, the most famous and well-studied type of armadillos. These animals perfectly adapt to the environment, so it is found everywhere. Their habitat is wide, they are distributed not only in most of the United States, but also in Mexico. 9-banded armadillos love to burrow on river banks near green bushes and trees, and they can also swim short distances. For this feature they are called marine armadillos. The animal can hold its breath for up to 5 to 7 minutes. Bristly armadillos. Their characteristic feature is their small size. The body length rarely exceeds 45 centimeters. Weight, 3.5 to 3 kilograms, their life expectancy is about 10 years. Their body is covered with granular shields and has a large amount of hair. These animals have a light brown color. They appear both during daylight hours and at night. Bristly armadillos feed on carrion, worms and insects. They breed 2 times a year, their pregnancy is infertile. There is also a dwarf species, their body size is 26 to 35 centimeters, weight is about 1 kilogram. Scientists cannot reliably determine how many teeth each type of armadillo has. Most armadillos are unable to roll into a ball because they have too many plates that limit their flexibility. Armadillos are clumsy animals with an elongated muzzle and huge erect ears. They come in black, dark brown, gray, red and even yellow. These animals are omnivores. The most common type of armadillos, the 9-banded ones, can eat about 40,000 ants in one sitting. Some species feed on small invertebrates during the warm season and may also eat fruits. Sometimes they replenish their diet with the eggs of birds that make nests on the ground. These animals, despite the fact that digging the ground in search of food, spoil crops, they also bring a lot of benefits, destroying harmful insects and their larvae. Cubs are born in early spring. They are well developed and within a few hours after birth they can move independently. The shell of babies is soft, and only by the onset of puberty does it harden. During the first months, newborns remain close to their mother, who feeds them with breast milk. Further, already grown cubs leave the hole and begin to master adult food. Fully development is completed by 3 to 4 years, depending on the sex. Most of the animals are nocturnal, but activity may vary depending on the weather and the age of the armadillo. Juveniles may emerge from their burrows early in the morning or towards afternoon. In the cold season, animals are also active during the day. Because of their thin shell and low body fat, armadillos cannot maintain their internal temperature as most other mammals do. Throughout her life, armadillo females give birth to an average of about 56 babies. 9-banded armadillos are of great interest to science because they usually give birth to 4 identical twins. Armadillos are objects of hunting. Their white meat, which tastes like pork, has been considered a delicacy among the peoples of Latin America since ancient times. From their shell, the indigenous people of South America made roofs for huts. It turned out a kind of durable tile. Armadillos often fall prey to various animals, wolves, coyotes, bears, lynxes and jaguars. In a number of countries, these animals are under state protection, and several species are even listed in the Red Book, but despite this, they continue to be exterminated. One species of armadillo is able to scream loudly when threatened. This is a long-haired armadillo. When these animals dig holes, they do not breathe so that the earth does not get into the respiratory tract. The lifespan of animals varies from 7 to 20 years, with survival rates higher in captivity than in natural conditions. Armadillos can reach speeds of up to 48 kilometers per hour. This helps them escape from predators with almost no effort. The chemical composition of armadillo shells is close to that of human nails. They consist mainly of keratin, just like rhino horn, which is known for its strength. Armadillos appeared on Earth about 55 million years ago. Dear friends, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me. Love you.